As a library, our collection focus is very strongly on the application of the disciplines of viticulture and enology. So our students here have lots of opportunities for hands-on experience. They get to get out into the vineyard, they get to go into the winery and experience what it is that they'll be doing once they graduate and go into the industry. The books, the periodicals are all oriented towards giving students an understanding of what is the latest, most recent information. Our periodical collection is really robust. I think it's one of the most used collections here at the Petrucci Library. It covers a range of audiences, everything from the most recent research being done at the major universities and grape and wine institutes around the world, which our students need access to in order to understand the latest frontiers of the science, to trade journals. So what are the periodicals that students are going to be using when they go out into the industry? And we also have quite a few of the more popular magazines, Wine Enthusiast, Wine Spectator, for example. And we feel that these are really good resources for our students to be able to understand what are the trends, what wines are really selling right now, how are people talking about them, what does marketing of these products look like. Our online materials are really interesting. So we have everything from digitized collections. We just recently posted several dozen proceedings from the conferences and research symposiums that are hosted here at Fresno State, and those are materials that won't be able to be found anywhere else. And we also have thousands of images from Professor Petrucci's travels around the world. We also have a really robust ebook collection. So things like the Oxford Companion to Wine, which is a really key resource for getting an overview of the discipline. Things on agritourism, which is a big part of the wine industry. So a lot of the topics that are up and coming. The special collections here and at Henry Madden Library contain a lot of the research that was produced by the Viticulture and Enology Research Center, and this was research that wasn't being done anywhere else. Things like the development of dried on vine raisins, for example, or testing several different types of raisin trays. We also have quite a bit of special collection material that's focused on California and Central Valley grape growing and winemaking history. The library is open to students here at Fresno State, not just those that are in the Viticulture and Enology program, but also those that are in the other programs, because wine and grapes have a lot of interdisciplinary appeal. We are also used quite heavily by the faculty and staff here at Fresno State, those that are doing research in the different areas that the library collects in. And we're also open to the grape and wine industry, and we get quite a bit of traffic from folks either locally who are wanting to understand, how do I develop a vineyard? How do I start a winery? What do I need to know? What is the equipment? What are the costs? How do I investigate what's maybe going on with my home winemaking? Our industry uses it quite a bit as well. I've been in the library for 5 years, and since I've started, we've had several alumni that have been here as students. They've gone on, they've graduated, and now they're doing great things in the industry, and they still turn to the library as a resource. We also work really closely going into the classes and providing instruction on how to use library resources well, but then also being able to create new information, reports, presentations, the kind of things that they have to do now to be academically successful, but also once they graduate and are out in the industry being leaders. Some of the things that make this library unique is the fact that we are embedded in the Department of Viticulture and Enology. The labs are literally down the hall from the library. The students have to walk through the library to get to their classes. This allows us to have a relationship with our students and our faculty in a way that really allows us to collect and develop and understand what their needs are. We're also one of the only standalone viticulture and enology libraries in the United States. So with that partnership with Madden, we've been able to really develop our online content. We've also been able to offer more circulation services to students, which is really helpful for students being able to fit accessing and using library materials into their busy schedules. It's a great partnership. It really demonstrates the value of this collection that Professor Petrucci built.